How important is support from your peers? Like, is it a must that your friends support your actual work and your art that you do?
Right. Honestly, that question is a very interesting one because, like you said, it could go like multiple different ways. And for me personally, like in my opinion, support is great. Like you know, you should have support. You know, you should want that, and you know, you should honestly experience that, especially being an actor, musician, creative, so on and so forth. But at the same time, like when you get caught up thinking about, oh, nobody's supporting me, my family doesn't support me, my friends doesn't support me, so on and so forth, you get lost in what you're actually doing and what you actually love. Now, don't get me wrong, like support is great and you should have that, but at the same time, when you worry about, oh, well, no one's supporting me, no one's, you know, rocking with me, holding it down, that's when you get caught up in your head and then you start to drift away from your purpose per se. So for me, it's like, it's important to a certain extent, but I mean, I don't want to sound rude or disrespectful, but I really don't care. Like it's either you rocking with me or you don't. You know, obviously things that I want to do as far as like films and modeling and all that stuff, I want support from people, but at the end of the day, I'm doing what I love and I'm not worried about if they are. If they do, great, that'd be amazing. If they aren't, unfortunately that sucks, but I got to keep going because at the end of the day, I'm living my life for me. I'm living the journey and doing things that I love for myself. That's how I see it. So support is great, but at the same time, when you start worrying about other things, you get caught up and you just get lost. Anxiety and you know, depression and stuff like that can hit. But if you're doing things for yourself and you're doing stuff that you love, all the support it's just gonna happen, regardless of, you know, whatever.
And is it worth cutting someone off because they clearly, let's say this is one of your, not your closest friend, but a close associate, right? Mm-hmm. They like all your pictures, they see what you're doing, but they don't really have anything to say, negative or positive, about what you're doing.
Right.
Is it worth cutting them off?
I don't think it's worth cutting them off. I think it's like, that's doing too much. You know what I'm saying? For me personally, it's kind of like, if someone's gonna support you and like whatever and, you know, comment, so on and so forth, they're gonna do it. If they don't, they don't. I don't think that I need to chastise somebody because they're not like reposting it. I mean, if you do, you do. You know what I'm saying? To cut somebody off is a little bit extreme in my opinion, and it could be come across in my eyes as like, you know, a little bit childish per se, but I don't think so. I think when you look at what you're doing in life and where you're at in your path, you're gonna have so many people that aren't going to support you, that aren't gonna repost you, friend, foe, associate that you just met, family members, so on and so forth. You just got to keep going regardless of the outcome. Like, you know what I'm saying? As long as you're doing things for yourself, as long as you're, you know, keep elevating yourself, your craft, your journey, you have nothing to worry about.